Hi guys and gals, I'm Pete Hilcke and welcome to At The Net, your podcast for all news, results and transfers and everything else from the EPL. Well, g'day guys, I'm Pete Hilcke and welcome to At The Net, the very first podcast to come out just before we hit this new season of the EPL on September the 12th, which is going to be an absolute cracker. Well, first up, Bayern Munich, they are the champion of champions when it comes to Europe. Absolutely fantastic. Kingsley Coman was the goal scorer for Bayern Munich, 1-0 over PSG. Hey, but how was the actual riots in Marseille after the game? Simply astonishing. I tell you what, if you're a lover of football, that's what you're going to see. They really wear it on their sleeve. Anyway, let's get into a bit more news, results, transfers, what's happening out there and what's happening for your club. All right, first up, and I'm going to start up with this one, Manchester United, my beloved. I've followed them for many, many years. All I can say is the Glazers are the biggest bunches of retards I've ever experienced and seen in my life. What they're doing to the club, they took out $1 billion out of the club last year. They're not doing anything to help Manchester United. Look, United, they got into the Champions League for next year. They need to make some good signings. Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund was one to come across. That's gone. It's finished. In fact, I'll say this now. Don't expect any signings for Manchester United when the transfer window closes on October the 5th. That's what I'm saying. There is no support for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out there from Ed Woodward, the chairman, especially from the Glazers, who are sitting on their hands and doing absolutely nothing for this glory Man United that they are. On a positive note, Paul Pogba, he is going to be doing some transfer talks to sign a new contract. And that's a great, as far as I'm concerned, look, I think with Pogba in the midfield, with Fernandes, absolutely fantastic. So good news there. Now, let's move across Everton. Well, Carlos Ancelotti, he's getting frustrated. And the frustration comes from they want to move up the table, go from, that bottom half into the top half. To actually do that, you need players. They've made a second signing, but they need a few more when it comes to really taking on a lot of the teams, even your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, your Leicesters, your Man United. If you want to get there, you've got to spend money. You need good players. He's getting a little bit frustrated there. Is he going to be there at the end of the season? Who knows? It just depends. All right. After the Champions League, Luis Suarez, he's going to be on the move. He is being told that he's no longer required at Barcelona. What's next for Luis Suarez? Who knows? Is it Major League Soccer in the US? I reckon that would probably be a really cracking. He is 33, so is there going to be any teams that want to pick him up? He does have a price tag on him. He's not going to be out for a free transfer, I can tell you now. But the lawyers are involved already because, one, they're going to terminate his contract, so they need to work that one out. Anyway, just to top off the news for this week, reports have just really come out, and this comes especially from France, how street football in France has been declared the best academy in the world for the game of football. That is absolutely fantastic. Of course it is. If you look at Pogba, Mbappé, there's so many great French footballers who played on the streets when they were younger, only to come out, be taken into the academies, and really they are where they are today, and they are some of the best footballers in the world. So, whether it be Brazil, street football, French, anywhere around Europe, I tell you what, the academies are absolutely brilliant. All right, guys, so that's the news. Not many results. Don't forget, September the 12th, EPL starts back, so I'm going to have all the results every week for you. So, here we go. Let's kick off with some transfers. All right, guys, so we're going to get back onto the transfers right now. So the latest transfer, Chelsea, they've spent a bucket load of money throughout this transfer window so far. Now, I'm going to say roundabout, I think they're going after Carl Havertz at the moment. Thiago Silva, the Brazilian centre back, it looks like he will be signing on a free transfer, and that's penned over a 2-year deal. But that's going to be around about £200 million that Chelsea would have spent so far. And that is absolutely fantastic. And it's good to see that they're really putting the money behind the club to try and get Chelsea into that top three and really even go for the title. All right, so another free transfer. Yaya Sanogo. Has anyone actually heard of this kid? He's 27. Middlesbrough manager is going to give him another go in the EPL. Remember, many years ago, he did play for Arsenal and he was a complete flop. But ever since going to Toulouse, he's only scored 12 goals in 90 games. That's not very, very good at all. The other one, and everybody knows this, Barcelona. Look, as soon as they got beaten in the Champions League, 8-2 by Bayern Munich, a number of players are deserting. A number of players have been, well, so-called put on the transfer list. But one of these guys, Lionel Messi, look, the rumours are out there that he'll probably stay at the club. But I know Manchester City are looking at it at the moment to actually weigh up the numbers and say, well, can we put him in? But Pep Guardiola and his boys, where's the money going to come from? There's a lot of money there for Lionel Messi. And really, just to throw last one in for the transfer market, just for this week, being the very first podcast, is James Maddison from Leicester. He's penned a new deal, which is absolutely fantastic for those people out there that love the Foxes. That's it from me. There's not a lot else going on. My beloved Manchester United, I can't see them doing much at all. Tottenham as well. There's not a lot going on there. Keep following. Next week, I'll bring you more transfers, more news, what's happening with the EPL. Don't forget, it's only, it's the 5th of October, when the transfer market actually finishes. That is the 5th of October. But the 12th of September is when the new season of the EPL starts. So I'm Pete Hilcke. Continue to watch At the Net. More details. There will be plenty coming up. I'll see you then.